It's a full-time job believing in yourself. Think about it. It's like having a job you never clock out from. It's a role that requires intentionality, attention, effort, and yes, sometimes you got to put in those overtime hours. But unlike most jobs, this one pays in confidence, growth, and the ability to go after the life you really want. So today, I'm going to give you 5 essential tips for becoming the best employee at this job called self-belief. And by the end, you'll see how showing up for yourself every day is not just powerful, it is life-changing. Number 1, understand the job description of self-belief. Like any job, self-belief has a description and has specific requirements, okay? You have to understand that you have been fired from your old job and you've been at that old job for, let's say, 20 plus years, and that job taught you the opposite of what you need to thrive in your new future, okay? So this is why you have to be intentional with self-belief, because you have been programmed to do the opposite, right? Your whole entire life, going to school, the teachers there, society has taught you insecurity, to not believe in yourself, to not trust in yourself. And in order for you to get exactly what you want, we need to throw that old job description away, and you are now hired for a new job, which is called self-belief. And now we got to reprogram you for you to learn the new role and specific requirements you need in order for you to start having belief in yourself, if you want to attract everything that you want out of your life. So let's talk about those. The job description of self-belief includes showing up daily, facing your fears, and celebrating even the smallest wins. Many people try to believe in themselves only during the big moments, and this probably has happened to you, and this is why it's hard to believe in yourself, because you try to get the big moment, and that's when you start to believe in yourself. But in order to get to those big moments, you gotta start believing in yourself now, because you're trusting yourself with decisions, with your thoughts, with taking risks, and the risks is what's going to lead you eventually to those big moments, okay? So if you're doing this, let's scratch that. We gotta celebrate even the smallest wins, okay? True self-belief is built every single day in all the small decisions. Take a moment and think, if you could believe in yourself fully, what's one quality you'd show up with every day? Is it courage? Is it resilience? I want you guys to write it down, okay? This video and all the videos that I will be posting, I'm going to give you guys homework, which means I need you guys to take notes, because if you're just laying in bed at the side with the phone and watching this video, it's not going to work, okay? I need you guys to get up, be intentional with this video, because we will be doing homework. My intention here is for you to eventually stop coming to these videos because you got it. You have accomplished everything that I am going to tell you, okay? But first, we need to set the right tone for this training. I need you guys to get up, find a note, and write things down, because I will be giving you guys homework so you guys can actually go out there and apply, okay? So what's one quality you'd show up with every day? Is it courage? Is it resilience? Okay, write it down. So that's going to be one of your job requirements for believing in yourself. So number 2, set your own standards for self-belief. What do I mean by this? Now, one of the biggest reasons we struggle to believe in ourselves is because we are measuring our worth by someone else's standards. And I am big at this. I would watch all the gurus, all the mentors, all the people that I admired, and they had really high standards for themselves while I was just getting started with learning how to have standards for myself. So I seen that and I thought that it was too much, because they were already on another level. They have done the small things, they have already accomplished the small steps that I haven't done yet. And now they have mastered having these high expectations, high standards for themselves while I was just getting started. So it talked me out of believing in myself, because I thought it was too much of a commitment to do, right? So I want you to set your own standards, okay? So imagine showing up to a job where the rules change daily and you're constantly told you're not measuring up. Would you believe in your ability to succeed? Probably not. So my second tip is to set your own standards. Determine small daily goals that are achievable and meaningful to you. Not because the guru or the person that you admire has these big goals that you haven't gotten there yet. You haven't worked that self-belief muscle consistently yet, right? So it has to be achievable and meaningful to you. So how self-belief works is it grows each time you reach one of those goals. You need to think about it like this. Every win is a paycheck to yourself, reinforcing that you are on the right track, even if it's small. So right now, I want you guys to jot down one small goal you can achieve this week. It could be as small as reading a few pages of book every day. Honestly, this was my struggle before. I didn't like reading books. I still don't, but I needed to learn and grow. And how was I going to learn and grow is by learning new information, and that was in the form of books. And so I realized, okay, if I don't like books, let me try audiobooks. And I found that I retain information better with audiobooks, but I would have never understood that if I didn't actually try to read this and implement this and then figure out, okay, what's another way that I can soak up knowledge and information. But I had to do that in order to figure out what was best for me to retain information. So maybe another goal can be practicing self-kindness. Sometimes you're like your biggest hater, okay? And you're really talking down negatively about yourself. That used to be me. I used to give myself such a hard time and I would not give myself compassion, right? So maybe it's knowing that you are not kind to yourself, and this week you're going to take one step closer to practicing self-kindness or making one positive choice for your future. So all of this, right? If you choose one for next week, that small goal will be part of how you pay yourself in self-belief. Number 3, manage your self-talk like a best friend would speak to you. Imagine working for a boss who criticizes you constantly. I'm sure we've been there before. It would be draining energy. You wouldn't even want to work there. That's exactly what happens when your self-talk is overly critical. If you're going to excel at the job of believing in yourself, you need to manage your inner voice. Okay, so here's a quick trick. Whenever I catch myself thinking something negative about myself, I always pause and I ask myself, would I say this to someone I care about? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't be saying it to yourself either. I want you guys to rewrite it with compassion, okay? So let's try it. Think of a recent negative thought that you had about yourself, okay? Think about that right now. I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds to write it down or think about it. Got it? Okay. Now, rephrase it in a way that is supportive. Instead of saying, I'm terrible at this, I suck at this, oh my gosh, I am the worst at this. Try saying, I'm learning and I'm getting better every day. It's okay, Jazz. It's okay. That is the kind of manager that you deserve. Number 4, reframe failures as job experience. The amount of times I've failed, and I'm gonna make an example with this YouTube channel to show you guys that failure is necessary. Failure only means it's just more experience that you need to succeed. You need it. You need the experience to succeed. Most of us think failure is a reflection of our worth, but imagine if every challenge that you faced was just part of your job experience. We've all had jobs where we messed up. We've made mistakes and we learned from them. That didn't mean we were fired. It meant we were growing. So for example, like I said, I've been trying to master YouTube for so long. I started last year my YouTube channel and I made a whole introduction video and I made another one just now. And I said, listen, it's not too late to get started on YouTube. This is what I'm gonna do, A, B, and C. And then I didn't do it. I failed at it. But I failed, and I learned a lesson from it. I was trying to grow 2 platforms at once. I remember I had just started my new Instagram with 0 followers, and then I was trying to master YouTube at the same time. I chose Instagram, right? I couldn't do both. It was too much. So I decided to go on Instagram, master that account. I grew that account to 74,000 followers. And now I'm back. I'm back and now I can take my foot off of Instagram a little bit because I built the foundation there. And now I'm ready to go all in with YouTube. For example, when we see failures as experience rather than defeat, we give ourselves room to learn and grow. So think of a recent failure in your life. Now consider how it taught you something valuable about yourself, just like how it taught me something valuable about myself. I couldn't do 2 platforms at once. It was too much. So consider how it taught you something valuable about yourself. So maybe it showed you a strength you didn't know you had or highlighted an area you wanted to improve. That's not failure, that's experience. And lastly, number 5, clock in every day, no days off. Okay, here's the reality. Believing in yourself isn't something you do once and then you forget about it. It's a daily practice. Just like a job, self-belief needs consistency. The good news is when you clock in every day, it becomes a habit that's so powerful you have no idea what self-belief is going to do for you and how it's going to attract everything that you want in your life. I want to share a simple tool with you, okay? Create a clock-in ritual, okay? It could be a morning affirmation, a few minutes of journaling, or even just a reminder that you are worthy. This ritual is like your badge to show you are ready to work at believing in yourself. Take a moment and think about a quick affirmation that resonates with you, okay? I'm gonna give it 3 seconds. Take a moment right now. Something like, I am enough, and today I'm going to live that truth. Say it to yourself each morning as you start your shift in self-belief. So like I said at the beginning of this video, believing in yourself is a full-time job, but it's a role that no one else can fill. Only you can do it. You are uniquely qualified for this, and the world needs you to show up fully. Just remember these 5 tips, okay? Understand the job description, set your own standards, manage your self-talk, and treat failures as experience, and clock in every single day. So I'd like to say, if you're on this video today, thank you for showing up today. Let's start the job of believing in ourselves because we are more than worth it. And if this resonated with you in any way, I would love to see your comments. I want to see if this is something that you guys enjoyed and really need so that I know how to continue growing this channel and making it the best for you guys. So please give me your feedback, everything, your likes. If you loved it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week, Thursday at 8 p.m.